Welcome to the Jaws FTTV YouTube channel. Today we'll discuss how we went for round 5 in AFL Fantasy, so first week of best 22 since round 1, and just go over how we went. So 2064 for us, it's okay. 2,440 is our rank, so slowly creeping up. I think we went up about 600 in the ranks. It's hard, very fast paced at the moment, I think. With people just trying to force upgrades constantly in this format. Whereas Supercoach, I still want to do that too, but got to remember, got to get keepers in that format. So just trying to find the balance. But yeah, trades last week. Got in Andy for Nod and then Bice in for De Koning. I still got Freya, who I just benched because I had no faith in him on the field, but happy with that. I think Andy's probably better SC pick this year. He's not marking very much at the moment. 2-2-1-2-1. I feel like that'll correct a little bit, but would like to see a bit more. But yeah, amazing run coming up. Or had the Richmond. And now he's got Melbourne this week, so really nice run. And just like watching him play. Just remember watching him in his third year breakout and just, I don't know, like, the amount of effort he applied for every single minute of every single quarter, I was just so impressed with him since then. And yeah, just really hard worker. So like him. Bice was good. So our trades prior to this week weren't great. Trade outs were fine. Trade-ins didn't really hit. But this week was sort of impossible to hit. But we had a whole bunch of good midfielders that have dropped 100k. Like Nick was there as well. So we had Jordan tag, so people wouldn't have gone there this week. But yeah, it was hard to stuff trades up this week, so Bice had to get. Unfortunately, it was a week late on that, but yeah, so happy with that. Defense was good. Prior, a bit disappointing. Had the matchup, the Melbourne leaking to defenders the previous week, so I was hopeful there, but did work out for Zach Reid. Kind of sets up sometimes deepest in defense, sometimes on his own, so he does get involved in chip mark, which is good. But yeah, very happy with the defense this week. Pretty lucky. Whitfield had not the best matchup or not the best ground for him at Norwood. So I think it's small. Don't think he likes that. So I think he's going to go back to killing us again next week. Same with Zorga, had the smaller ground. Did recover the 90 like he always does. But yeah, the run's quite nice coming up for him. Sinclair as well. He's just too good, Sinclair. So, and then Nass is interesting. I think potential role change here, lined up on the wing, lined up a bit forward. They're kind of just finding out what they can do with him, but yeah, he's a star, so I think he'll get lots of ball wherever, but ideally for us, we want him down back. So I'm going to wait on that one for now, but I think it'll be fine. But defense was fine, would have been nice to field Trainer. That's all good. Dawson, bit of a down one, he'll bounce back. Rosie moved to half back, looked really good. Andy, good. Clary, yeah, Supercoach, he's just the disposal and the skills have dropped off a bit with him. The fitness has definitely improved, but yeah, I don't know, the skill drop off. I think maybe he can recover that. I don't know, but it's okay. He's made a fair bit of money for us, so that's good. Cherry's been solid. He's had this absolute piss run, and 97 from it is fine. Again, he's got North this week, so fingers crossed he goes well there. Never we held, and yeah, this was a very stupid hold. We should have got rid of him while he had money on his head, and I think he must have lost money, lost 7k. I was optimistic because Scott said he was in the best 22, and first 2 games was 100 and then a 90, and was tackling heaps. But yeah, it looked like a deer in the headlights, so I can't really risk fielding him. So he can bounce back, but I want him out. I think sub risk probably. I don't know why we held a sub risk for. Levi's excellent. He can stay for a while. He'll probably get to like 750. Lindsay disappointing. Held him. Tog was crap. He can stay on the bench until the Tog goes up. Rucksack catastrophe, man. I know this is the most common setup, but we're just getting killed by people that have gone. I mean, it's not too bad at the moment. I think overall, yeah, it's not too bad, but yeah, it's not good. Sherry's playing through injury, so it's just a very tough one where you feel a little bit hard done by. Well, extremely hard done by, to be honest. But Yeah, I know he didn't have the best run, but it was hard to pick a ruckman, so I guess it was gone. But I think Sherry could have matched him or gone close, but it's just going the other way. It's just getting worse and worse. Not mark. Let's look at the stats. He's not marking at all. He's not attacking. He tackled a bit today, but around the ground the last 3 weeks just non-existent, man. Probably wasn't massive earlier either, but yeah, I don't know. He's labouring at the moment. Sitting the last 7 minutes again on the bench. I'll stop complaining, but yeah. Forwards, I mean, McRae, I feel like he slowed a bit last week and then this week is too. So I think it's a slight watch just because of the age and what he's been. But he did get a pretty hard tag from Bedford, so I think he'll be fine. Yeah, week before, 28 touches. Not going to overreact to this. Got the tag, so it's all good. Rankin was excellent, especially in the last quarter off the injuries. Horn Francis was good as well. He's playing amazing at the moment. I'm still not convinced he's top 6 in this format. He probably will be, actually, because now Rosie's out of the CBAs and his CBAs are in the 70s, so he's probably going to do like high 90s, I reckon. Baz, excellent. Daniel scoring well, but pulling your hair out. Watching him try and defend. And Marriage has been a bit underwhelmed. For the sheer amount of kick-ins he's getting, he's been a little bit disappointing. Yeah, most kick-ins in the league at the moment, so the role was fine, but he is too soft defensively. Like, if they find another solution, I think they drop him, but I don't know. Trades for next week. So this is interesting because I feel like it is a rush to get rookies off the field, and we're fielding too many at the moment. We're going to do a double down. I'll explain why. So Cleary in for Freya and Never in for Gross. So I could go Side or Hawley over Gross. I'm not sure what the go is if he starts or if he's sub-risk. I look at Essendon's best 22 and I think he's the 23rd. Brian is injured or done the ACL, so all the best to him. But do they bring in another ruckman in Goldie? Do they bring in someone else and that lets Hawley play a full game? I think they will give him the full game this week probably, but I don't know. I feel like he's still a chance to start as sub. Regardless, he's got the 70 in the system, and I don't know, injuries can happen, and he can roll into the 22. So we'll see what happens. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hang on. How many rookies we filled in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Counting Marriage as a rookie. It's a little bit much. I think it needs to be 1, even 2 less. Unfortunately, like Freya and SDK didn't really work out. I guess they made a little bit of money. So SDK probably did. Freya not so much. If I was going to do an upgrade, I can only get to 900k. So if I was going a defender, I would go Jordan Clark. I don't think he's top 6. And he's just doing 86. So I think he can do 90. And they have changed their game style. They're not marking as much, but yeah, very consistent, like between 81 and 92. Probably like slightly unders to fair price at the moment. To help get a rookie off, like Bice, I'm happy to roll out. How much longer can train it, and especially Reed as well? How much longer can he do this as a key defender? But he does get used on offense a bit, so I don't like rolling these 3 out. I'd like to get Reed off the field, to be honest, or one of Reed or Train off next week. The other one I've got my eye on, and I'm going to wait one, but I'm reasonably confident that this pick will work out. But Dylan Moore is under 800k. Moved into the midfield in the second half. I think he scored 60 DT in that time. Nash did go out, but watching him play, I think they actually need him in the midfield because they got absolutely walloped by Horn Francis and Butters especially. So we know he can score. We know he can, tackle and mark and massive work rate, high tog. So I'm a big fan of Dylan Moore. Did 97, I think. I'm not sure what it was for SC or DT. Might have been 97 SC. I can't remember, but he did in the 90s pretty much off 25-30% CBAs, mostly half forward. And we know Hawthorn do like the their half forwards, but the fixture is like West Coast, Richmond, Melbourne. Like it's probably the bottom three this year. So I'm going to target him next week, I think. So I like that price. Warner, I don't trust, man. Warner, I don't know. I don't know what it is with Warner. The average is fine because he did get subbed out one game. The numbers are there with him, so he'll be fine. But there's just something about Warner that I just don't try. I feel like I'm going to get maybe a 120, but I feel like I'm going to get a 60 potentially too. Petrarca CBAs were up. I'm not really in a hurry to get Petrarca, and we've probably got enough forwards at the moment. We've got enough forwards. So I think the last one we'll get is Dylan Moore. He's the cheapest as well, and he's actually playing for a good team that's winning. Whereas I think Petrarca, like, he'll be alright. He'll probably do 90 odd. Maybe I'm underselling Petrarca here, but I think the contract situation and just Melbourne bad and whatnot, it does worry me slightly with him. But I think he's professional enough. He'll turn up every week, but yeah, he just seems frustrated. I don't know if there's going to be a tipping point where he just has a shocker, but maybe that's overthinking. So a few targets in the midfield. I'll also explain my rookies as well in a second again. I think 1.1's a little too steep. If I'm paying 1.1, like, Merritt is nice. He was on SEN today and he was basically saying he thought he went into the season thinking he'd get less ball, and he's actually getting 35 touches plus a game because he wanted to play that more, front half sort of game. I just can't justify 1.1 mil at the moment. Need to save that little bit of money. Nick is a good price. I guess you could pay 1.1 if you got the money there, but it's a little bit tough at the moment. Caleb Sarong was a hard watch. Started so badly, but recovered really well. So I think it's Nick, I don't mind. Holmes, I don't mind. Holmes is pretty good. I got to watch Ashcroft live today. Man, he's so good. And I'm a little bit upset I don't have him. Traded him in the other format, but I don't want to talk about it. TP's come back to earth a bit. Same with Saligo, but I think Saligo will be fine just off a short break. So I've kind of half looked at Ned Long, but I don't know. Excuse me. Oh my God. 2 late nights in a row. Not good. I can't even be fucked cutting that out either. So Long's interesting. Really interesting. I guess we could look at him for another week. But man, he was really good. But I don't really know if what's the role exactly? Like, I think they're going to leave him in the midfield, but I know like Houston and Perryman and DeGoey are sort of like moving pieces that could impact Long. So I think I'll steer clear, but I don't mind it as a small punt. But I'll explain this. So Gross, I think, is going to get all the CBAs that he can handle. I think he'll be a good young player and he'll probably do a 60-65 for us. And I think the job security is good. I can't see him. I'd be shocked if he's sub because they've got that many other underperformers in that team. You got to play like they don't have much to hang on to at the moment, and Gross is one that they can hang a little bit of hope on. So I like him. Cleary for me, I think a lot of people are going to miss this, and I don't want to miss him. So I checked the draft profile. 29 touches a game for the Allies in 2023. He's 20. I think he's second year now, must be. I can't fade that. 30 touches nearly in juniors. Looks really good. Did 115 in the VFL. Numbers were good in the VFL last year. I'm not passing on him. So yeah, Sardo Hawley we can look at maybe next week, but potentially a double upgrade here. We might be able to grab both Moore and Geordie Clark. If we can afford a better defender, probably will. So we'll take a bit of a hit this week. The money will look after the cash, and basically we need Cleary to score in line with we need like an 85-90 score, not far off a premium. If he can go 75 and we at least 25 points off a premium, I think I'll be okay with that and grab that money because I think it'll be really useful later on. But we have heaps of money. Like, look at the money sitting on everyone's head here. Like these four here. Lindsay, hopefully. Levi's making a stack. Merritt's got a lot of money on his head. Still got Warner, Hall. We got so many plays to cash in. So it'll just be hopefully double upgrade next week, and then one up, one down, one up, one down, one up, one down. Fingers crossed. So hopefully that goes well. Rucks are a massive problem. I think Sherry will just back in to recover, and then TDK, if Pitney comes in, we'll hold for one. We'll see what happens when Mackay comes back and go from there. But he's a slight worry, I think. Yeah. We'll see. That's it from me. Hope you had a good week. We'll see you in the next one.